Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in the struggle coming right back at you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, um, please be aware of the fact that, hold on one second. Please know this, ladies and gentlemen, that I bring this truth to you in the hope not only that you just wake up, but that you start living within this truth. Because this is not a truth that you only hear and then you move on. That you subscribe to my channel, you move on. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very dangerous knowledge. Okay? Because once you hear it, you cannot go back and say, well, come judgment time before our Creator, no one can come and say, well, I didn't know about that. Nobody told me this. So unless you can handle this truth, ladies and gentlemen, please move on. This is not a joke. We are living in the most evil and the most cruelest and the most soulless and the most abominable last human generation throughout all of human history. We are living under a satanic matrix system. By the way, as it is stated in the Bible, ladies and gentlemen, nothing is new under the sun. Electricity existed in the past. Technology existed in the past. Maybe I will share some of the Sumerian artifacts and murals that they had, ladies and gentlemen. How did these people create helicopters and planes? Don't you know what is going on? You see, I'm so hungry for you to catch this and to understand that the fallen angels were here even before humanity was created, okay? So, in other words, the devil wanted to be more powerful than his creator. He was thrown out of heaven, then God created us. Okay? So what you see being played on earth right now, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing more than the fulfilling of the prophecies, the fulfilling of the end times, at the end of this world, not the destruction of the earth. Not the destruction of the earth. Do not get it twisted. The word means the system that we live under. That will be destroyed. Okay? And then a system will be created, will be established, where Christ will reign forever and ever. Okay? So let me read some of the things that I wrote here for you today so that you can understand what's going on in the news, in this crazy world of ours, and the games that they have always played, which we have fallen under, which we have fallen for, ladies and gentlemen. See, humanity has always been hoodwinked and has always been bamboozled. Being ruled by men that have actually sold their soul. And when I mean their soul, I mean their mind, because the spirit is in the mind. That's why when people die, there's what? Brain death and heart death. Two processes of dying. Hallelujah. You understand? Think about that. Okay, so let's go. So the ruling of this world societies, of this world human societies, okay, under the 7 continents, which are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, and Australia. The 7 continents. Okay? These people don't rule over you, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You got to understand the logistic and the paradigm of this, of the people that have always in power since time immemorial, since from the Babylon Empire to the Middle Persian Empire, to the Greeks, and then to the Roman Empire. Okay? So do not get it twisted. Let's go on. See, these people, the ruling of this world human society is not like, that are now resides in this 7 continents, are not done to care for them. No leaders has ever cared for their people, but to sustain and maintain them in order for them to sacrifice them and kill this condition and program naive humans without lifting a finger, but to make them kill each other. And then when this human strength has been exhausted and weakened, then they come in as savior. I mean, look what is happening in New York with the immigrants, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm so glad. That's a state, ladies and gentlemen, that I grew up in. And I'm so glad that I no longer live there. And I would suggest my fellow New Yorkers to get the hell out of there, because New York will be one of the first city to be destroyed. See, America will be destroyed gradually. So now what is going to happen, Ruben, you may ask, in terms of the immigrants? Remember how the government being possessed by the evil nature, you know how they operate, the old Hegelian dialectic, which is problem, reaction, solution. They create a problem, they watch for your reaction, and they come with a solution. So guess what Mayor Adams is asking for? Right on spot, by design, he's asking for the federal government to come in. You understand? They created this problem. They say New York is a sanctuary city. Well, and then the criminality, the criminal factors. They even given free crack pipes, in vending machine, condoms. See, because New York is going to be one of the first cities to be destroyed. How are you going to help a city by giving in to the evil? But they know that not just New York, but the America is done. So they just want to get rid of the people that want to destroy themselves. So be it. The same thing go for the people, for the mothers that wants to have an abortion. They know that's wrong. You want it? You got it. That's the same mentality that I used to have growing up in New York when I used to sell drugs, cocaine, heroin. Okay? That was my mind. My mindset was like, well, we're giving the people what they want. So the government, look, they adopted it because that's how they do it. That's why they push this to destroy, because their God, Satan, always be claiming blood, especially innocent blood. So look what's happening in New York, Seattle, Portland, Chicago, just to give you an idea. And they accomplished through this. They accomplished this through many mind games at their disposal. And they used 3 of them. deceit, which is lies, distractions, which is their favorite, and intimidations. First, let's go to lies. Please let us look what is happening in Maui, Hawaii. What is the government of Hawaii saying? Oh, this is because of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see what I'm saying? Everything is being done by design. America is being destroyed. Oh, it must be climate change. You see? Every time there's a mass shooting, oh, we coming for your guns, people. See what I'm saying? Anyway, number 2. So that's where the lies, the deceit, lie, because they know climate change is a big fact lie. Yes, there is climate change. Yes, of course. Summer, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Of course. Let me say it again in another way. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. You understand? There's your natural climate change. But throughout human history, ladies and gentlemen, men have always played God. Why did men develop this God complex thing? Because, ladies and gentlemen, they are possessed by their God. That's why you have Freemasons all over the world. And everywhere they are, there's disaster, because Freemasonry, ladies and gentlemen, is another fancy word, as I have clearly stated here on my channel for many, many years. It is another fancy word for Satanism. Number 2, the political scandals hitting both parties. Donald Trump, Biden, the Hunter Biden, you name it, right? Sports, entertainment, racism, transgenderism, and all of that. People are distracted by this distraction because they fall. Oh, and by the way, another one, I forgot the main one. How can I forget? Racism, transgenderism, and religions. Okay, because religions are controlled by this very same Satanists, whom you also call Freemason or Illuminati or whatever. So this falls under your distraction, because that's how they do. They don't offer you any solutions. They never resolve anything. You think Hunter is going to do some time? I doubt it. Okay? These people, they use this by design to distract. Remember what Donald Trump was supposedly was going to do to Hillary? Oh yeah, I'm coming after her. You see, it's all a game. Because, ladies and gentlemen, again, your votes don't count. Because if it did, then you must really feel proud of the man that you have in the White House that be falling all over the place, that doesn't have a mind, that even the mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, is going against them. But that's by the psychological design as well. Okay? Because that's what you call false, fake control opposition. To make you believe that now they're on your side. Oh, we didn't know. Yes, they knew it all along, because they are controlled. The media is controlled, ladies and gentlemen. They're evil. So the political scandals, sports, entertainment, which is Hollywood, racism, transgenderism discussion, the satanic curriculum in the schools, and then, of course, religions. All of this falls under the distraction game. Okay? And then number 3, which is intimidation. What do they say? Oh, we are coming for your guns. You better give it up now. You now have You now have the Freemasonic Brotherhood of police out there pouncing on people's constitutional rights in the United States, because they know that any right or constitution created by man is a temporary lie which was created to control you, to control the masses anyway. So you understand now? Problem, reaction, solution. Isn't that what they did on 9/11? And people swallowed that up and fell for it. Okay? They said, well, it must be Osama bin Laden. But Osama bin Laden was actually a CIA agent. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the knowledge and the truth that I bring to you is just too hard for people to even understand. You understand? Yeah, it's sad. It is sad. So, let us go to the Bible. Just bear with me 1 minute. Let us go to the Bible, okay? By the way, do not forget the links that I will share with you here, okay? Now, let us start on 2 Corinthians. No, actually, let's go to Luke 4. Luke 4, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go to Luke 4, all right? And then let us start writing here. It says, let us start on verse 6. And the devil said unto him, he's having a conversation with Christ, remember? And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomever I will give it, and to whomsoever I will, I give it. If thou, number 7, if thou therefore will worship me, all shall be thine. 8. And Christ answered and said unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. So there it is. So in other words, Christ is saying, hey, I know you are the God of this world, but you know what? My faith, my allegiance, my obedience to my Father is non-negotiable. Okay? It's not up for negotiations. You understand? And the same thing with me, and so on. So in other words, what I wanted to illustrate here, 2 Corinthians, and Luke, Luke chapter 4, verse 6, is that that Satan he's the God of the world, and he's got the power. He's got the power right now. Okay, a power that it was given to him temporarily and will be destroyed. Okay? And he knows his days are numbered. That's why he's coming all out now. Even indoctrinating kids with the excuse that, well, if religious people can do this at school, extracurricular in school, but who are we kidding here? Like I told you, religion, like I've been telling you for so many years, religion has been the greatest trick ever played on humanity. Because religion was created by the devil anyway. So you see the paradigm, you see the control opposition is all over the place. Let us go to 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians. Second Corinthians chapter 1. Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. Verse 2. But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, not handling the word of God deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of God. Verse 3. But if a gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. 4. In whom the God of this world had blinded the minds of them which believed not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. 5. For we preach not ourselves, but Christ the Lord, and ourselves your servants for Christ's sake. Verse 6. For God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, that shineth in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Christ. So there it is. This verse is telling you how to live your life, knowing and realizing and accepting the reality that the God of this world is Satan. Okay? You want me to read the verse 4 again? It says, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believed not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. You understand? Now, let us go to Isaiah, because I'm going to cut this right now. Isaiah chapter 54. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse, I believe is 17. Look how beautiful this thing is. Isaiah chapter 54 verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that should rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Okay? Romans chapter 8 verse 31. Romans chapter 8 verse 31, and I believe that's the last verse I'm going to read to you. Romans chapter 8 verse 31. Romans chapter 8 verse 31. What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? You understand? If God is with us, no one can touch it. Ladies and gentlemen, so what have I given you today? I have given you to you. I have exposed once again who is the God of this world, straight from the Bible. If you don't read the Bible, then just move on. I have also proven to you that that the devil controls everything through the government out of all the 7 continents of this world. Europe, Asia, they're all part of the same lie. They all teach their kids that the earth is a globe. They all teach their kids that there was a moon landing. How can you land on the moon when the sole purpose of the moon is a reflection of light in the night? That's what God called it, the one who created it. Because man sure hell didn't create it. Man has become a copycat, an evolution of his God, of the God that the whole world worship. Because whether you want to believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this whole world, whether they know it or not, worship the beast. And this whole world they're getting this world ready to accept the mark of the beast. I mean, just look at the WEF, the World Economic Forum, with the reset agenda. You will have nothing, and yet you be happy, because they know that you are stupid. They know that you have believed all their lies, so they got you. Jack, they got you. There's no escape. You understand? You believe that your vote counts. You believe that Federal Reserve is a government agency when it's a lie. I'm not talking to those who know the truth. I'm not talking to those who already know the truth, but for those that don't know. Only the sick people go to a doctor, not those that are, okay? Even Christ said it, so please. The reality is, we live on borrowed time. Humanity is living on borrowed time, and humanity has completely insulted life, have destroyed life, worship the enemy. You think that he deserves to live? Humanity, that's why humanity is about to be destroyed, ladies and gentlemen, whether you believe it or not. If you think I'm some tinfoil hat conspiracy theories, that's another thing. That's another part of the brainwashing system that they use. The CIA coined this phrase back in the 1960s, and the mainstream media have pushed it, and you have believed it. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to leave you with this. Have you heard of this? This is, I already talked about this. I already have shared links with this, about this. Now, I want you to do training in your head. Have you heard of Operation Paperclips? Of all the Nazis, doctors, and scientists that the United States brought on this side after the war with the Nazi was over. Have you heard of Operation Popeye, which is weather engineering back in the Vietnam War to make it rain on the enemy? And yet they lost anyway. You want to play God? You have this God complex? There you have. And that's just a little taste, ladies and gentlemen. The United States will have a big taste, because the United States will be totally totally destroyed, and they know it. That's why Biden was put there. And he's doing a good job at it. And now you think that Donald Trump is going to come to save you? Yeah, he's going to come to save you, because when he was in power back before Biden, things were a little better. Yeah, and you happy with that? Don't you see that you have been played? and that he's coming, and he will be didn't I tell you? He will be the last president. Because what we have in the White House, not the president, the last president, ladies and gentlemen, this thing that we have in the White House has been in politics, around politics, for more than 50 years. He was a vice president. He was a senator. He was a vice president. Okay? For 8 straight years. So, he's not new to the game. Donald Trump will be used as the last president. Okay? And he better be careful, because they're going to let him win. They're going to put him back in power. But you know what? They will get rid of him. Or at least they're going to make people believe that they got rid of him. It's all a game, ladies and gentlemen. Wake the hell up. Establish a strong relationship with your Creator. That is the only way that you're going to be saved. I mean, look around you. Look at the situation. Look at the defund the police movement. Do you know that that was done by design? Now you have cops all over the place, pouncing and not holding up to the oath of office, because they never were on your side. Remember that. To protect and serve my ass. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are Freemasonic organization, brotherhood. Unless you have God and you have a strong relationship with your Creator, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to be saved. The devil is going to have pleasure in killing a lot of our people. May God bless you, and you'll take care. I gave you this homework so that you see how America has been played, conditioned, programmed to make crime pays. They have created crime. I mean, with all the problem that America is having, ladies and gentlemen, what do certain states do, including Minnesota, Minneapolis? What do? They legalize marijuana, knowing perfectly well that marijuana, ladies and gentlemen, is a stepping stone to other hard drugs. I know, because I used to sell them. I used to be a drug dealer back in the days. Okay? And that's how they want the masses, so that they can control them and kill and have them at their disposal to kill them. The transgender movement, the homosexual movement, lesbian movement, queer movement, ladies and gentlemen, you think government's on your side? You have been played. You will be sacrificial lambs to the devil. They know. See, these people, I mean, people don't have common sense. Every time government agrees with you, it's not for your own good, but for your demise. Y'all take care, and remember, I do this out of love. And spread this message. Spread this message, this gospel of the kingdom of God, because this gospel will be preached unto all the world. Why don't you be a fisherman of men? Why don't you be a good soldier? Whether you be a woman or man, okay? Please. Bring more people in if you love your brother and ask ourselves, and if you love God with all your heart and with all your mind. Please get out of religion. Religion has never been the answer. It divides the masses, just like politics does. Anyway, I could be here forever. You take care, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.